Hi friends, we are making brown stew oxtails tonight. What you'll need is a whole red pepper, a whole white onion, a whole bunch of green onion, a half a bag of lima beans, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, Cajun seasoning, chicken bouillon, Himalayan sea salt, black pepper, and allspice. I believe that's all the seasons I use, but if I use anything else, then I would definitely tag it below. Don't forget the browning. The browning is how you get that brown color on the meat, especially if you're not using something like Lipton soup mix or gravy for this particular recipe. It also tastes great if you're making short ribs, if you're making beef stew, all of that. When it comes to me seasoning, if you have an issue with the way that I season, then don't season like me. But just know that a lot of the seasonings that I use don't even have salt. So it's literally seasoning to taste. What I love is a little bit of fire on my food, so you'll see me go a little heavy with Cajun seasoning and black pepper. But when it comes to the allspice, the thyme, the garlic powder, the onion powder, the minced garlic, do that how you want to do it. It takes knowing your own palate and knowing your family's palate. The next thing you want to do is add oil to your pan so that you can sear your oxtails. I have made oxtails doing this process and also not doing this process. And what I will say is that when you do sear your meat, you have a better chance of that meat not coming out gummy at all. It's going to fall off the bone. It's going to be decadent. Cut up your onions. You can do that as fine or as sliced as you want to do it. It's going to all boil down. It's going to all taste the same, in my opinion. As long as you have enough, that flavor will still be there. All right, so you're going to let that sit for about an hour, and then I add the garlic, and then I let it sit for another hour. Then I add the lima beans and I let it sit for another hour. At this point, you should be seeing like a pattern. Just make sure that you're stirring that bottom to make sure none of your meat or your beans or your vegetables are burning to the bottom of the pan. Even though you see water, it is important to stir every so often so that nothing is getting caught. You don't want any of that precious flavor to go to waste. And here's the finished product. My husband and I told this up. It is 6:57 and he is in the bed, tuckered to sleep. So, chef's kiss.